This is Dave Moreland. We're at the NRA 2016 this year, introducing a lot of great new products. I'd like to walk you through our line of products from anywhere from our induction systems with Domino to our stacking shapers and our mobile trolley systems with induction tables. We have the greenest systems in the world for heating a buffet. They're so green that they'll save you a huge amount of money in operation and reduce your labor cost dramatically as well. We're here to show you our new Domino system. This is an induction system. The nice thing about Domino is it's stackable. These are induction platforms. They're available in both wood or a phenolic resin. If I lift the shaper off, you can see that there's an induction heater involved, and then the magnets are holding this in place. So that locks that in nice and safe. The shaper itself is self-closing. It recycles the condensation. If we go back to a full 90 degrees, it stays up. We also have a button here that does a steam release, so when they're replacing the pans, and that resets itself automatically. Okay. This is available both in the round, in a rectangle, and also a square. One of the things that's unusual is our rectangle shaper is available with a standard hotel pan depth, but also the 400 depth, so you have 4 inches deep. And again, it's self-closing. Within the same framework, we can drop an ice pack into the Domino, and then that chills. This tray is aluminum, so you can self-chill the tray and then drop it on top of the ice pack, and that will keep your food cold for 3 to 4 hours in a controlled environment. We also have a salad display available the same way. The bowls are aluminum. We have ice packs in here as well. So that is a self-chilling salad display. When the Dominoes are not in use, you can stack the squares on top of each other and the rectangles on top of each other for storage. Show our new carving station. It's quite unusual. One of the big issues with carving stations is how do you store them when they're not in use, because they take up an enormous amount of space. So what we've designed is a carving station that is stackable. So the idea behind this is we can stack up to 4 carving stations together. When they're separated, this is how they look. The carving board has a cavity underneath the base, so your juices flow underneath and out of the guest eye. This is an area here that allows you to put scraps and get those out of the way. The heat lamp simply lifts off, so it's very easy to clean the station. With the lamp off, everything about the carving station can go into the dish machine to be cleaned and sterilized. So it takes out the heavy labor involved in cleaning a carving station. It controls the juices, and it gives us the ability to store 4 of them in the same space you would normally store 1. This is our IBIS shaper. One of the unique things about the IBIS shaper is it's stackable. The way these are designed is the shapers themselves stack in the unit below. You just simply retract the lid a full 180 degrees. This has a strapping system that comes through, locks this in place, and then the trolley can store 10 shapers in a pretty tight amount of space. We can do 10 round, 10 rectangle, 5 round, 5 rectangle. We can also, with our crating system, store 10 of our induction shapers, and another crate can do 8 induction shapers with induction heaters and bays, all in a very small space. This is our new juice dispenser. This is designed where it has an insulated core, but they're glass. So you can actually see the liquid floating inside, and because they have an air insulation, it keeps it chilled. And then we can do 3 of those. This is our stainless steel milk dispenser. And then a beverage dispenser. These are water pitchers. And this is a new wood riser system. We've actually partnered with a company in Italy that has manufactured musical instruments for 300 years. So the workmanship on the wood risers and boxes is just absolutely amazing. We also have food-safe bags to go inside for bread. This is an omelet cooker, and the unique aspect of our omelet cooker is it only pulls 1,000 watts of power, and that allows us to run 2 omelet cookers on a 20 amp circuit without fear of blowing the breaker. And then we have induction that goes into the base of a standard shaper, so we can turn any of our shapers, whether they be induction or round, into an induction shaper. And this is our new induction table. We have a lot of unusual things going on with the table. First off, the induction is embedded underneath the synthetic marble surface. What we've also done is embedded magnets under the surface. So that keeps this in place so it doesn't slide. As you can see, we have a nice steam coming off of the paella pan. If I lift this off the surface, I can put my hand on here and I don't have to worry about getting burned. And then you can watch the magnets pull this in place, and it kind of centers it automatically on its own. Okay? We have 3 induction heaters in the taller table, and then 2 induction heaters in the smaller table. The tables are nesting, so they take up very little space in storage. And again, of course, our shapers are self-closing as usual. So we have a control panel that drops down. This allows us to set our temperatures and our timers. One unusual aspect of it is our timer is auto set at 6 hours, not 1 hour. We can adjust the timer anywhere between 1 and 9 hours. Our induction only requires less than 2 amps of power, so we can comfortably run 10 shaping dishes on a 20 amp circuit. And the control panel simply snaps up out of the way. Angelo, if you would put the shaper on top of the table, we can show how the magnets hold the shaper in place. And you know, the idea behind this is your staff can load up an induction table in the kitchen, and one person can take the table out without fear of everything spilling and falling, because the magnets hold everything in place. The table itself is nesting, so what we can do is roll the table over, and if you pull the shaper off for me, okay, we can take this table and slide it up underneath. So that gives us the ability to store the tables out in the open. But if we pull this out, we can run 5 shaping dishes, and we're still only consuming half of a 20 amp circuit. And that gives you the ability to basically set up a buffet anywhere on the property without having to worry about a specific area for wiring. One aspect of our induction tables is we have a rubberized edge, and this is designed so if they're moving this around the property, if they bang into the corner of an elevator or a wall, it doesn't damage the table and it bounces off the wall as well. So it helps to prevent a lot of problems. We're Smart Buffetware. We spend a lot of time thinking about solving your day-to-day problems in a way that allows you to save a lot of labor cost and have a very high quality product that really stands out and makes your event stand out. We'd love to have one of our reps come and see you, or one of our dealers. Thanks so much.